This is the Half 912 from Cooler Master. It is a great case. It's the one that I've had for about 4 years now. The airflow is amazing. It has a front 200mm fan, a top exhaust 200mm fan, side 120mm intake fan, and a rear 120mm exhaust fan. So the airflow through it is great. It just is kind of noisy. There's a whine from the side fan due to the shape of the honeycomb grill. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. And the case overall is noisy. It can be helped by turning down the CPU fan, which is a Tunic Tower 120, but the performance of the CPU, it gets a lot hotter when that is off, and the control is in the rear of the system, which is just annoying and have to reach back behind the system to change the fan speed all the time. So I want to try to make it so that it stays cool all the time and stays at max fan while reducing the noise. I added some smaller strips to the inside here, just in little spots to see if I can get some extra lower noise from little spots where they would bounce off. Since the thicker foam that I bought doesn't have its own self-adhesive backing, I'm going to use double-sided tape to tape it down around the fan. I'm going to cut it into pieces. Here it is with double-sided tape on the left side of the case. So for now I decided to just go with the one side having foam dampening and what I put on the interior. The far side, the thick foam that I bought is too thick and it won't fit. I might try to use the thin foam eventually, but the system's so much quieter than it was before, and I don't really know if I'm going to get very much more out of it. Maybe only 1 or 2 more decibels lower. In the end, I ended up dropping 5 to 6 decibels, and the temperature increase was only about 2 degrees at idle and about 4 degrees at load. So overall, it was a good project, and it wasn't that difficult. And for the probably now, I would just probably use all thin foam with self-adhesive backing, and I wouldn't even bother with the thicker foam. That was only about $10 in product, so it isn't going to be that bad of a project to do. And you can make a medium loud computer quiet down to a much lower level so that it's not quite as annoying. But I don't think you could take like a really loud system and make it much better.